Hey guys, so in today's video, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. A lot of these things are things that I've had for a little bit, really great things I cannot wait to share with you. But I'm gonna kind of get ready. I've already done it, and I just painted my nails because I showed you this nail color, and it's kind of like, I didn't know what to do with my hands. I'm glad I didn't do this at the beginning of the video. We're gonna start in a second. It's gonna be me like before I was, before I'd gotten ready, and I'm gonna try all these things out with you guys. A few things, let's see. Yeah, one thing that I have not, well, two, including the nail polish. See, I don't know what to do with my hands. I hadn't tried before, so it's kind of fun always to try things like that on camera. But a lot of these things are really good things that I cannot wait to share with you guys. A few updates. Everything is available at Nordstrom. I will link to everything below. So we're gonna kind of do a little tutorial. I'm gonna kind of freshen up my hair, which I can't really touch right now because of my nails, which is hard for me because I touch my hair like the whole time. But yeah, super awesome things. So keep watching and we will go through this huge, crazy beauty haul together and actually try the products on, right? I think that's so fun. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. Okay, so let me share with you guys what I've used so far. I've used my Shantikai Future Skin Foundation, which I'd obviously like really recommend these things that I just used because love them. My Chanel Bronze Universal, so good. And then I did my brows just like I did in a recent video. So you can check that out. I used the Anastasia Brow Duo in medium brown. And then a little bit of the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose right here. So that's where we are so far. So I think this is going to create like a really glowy, pretty look based on these products that I have. And I picked up an old favorite too, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so, obviously my hair's a mess. What I did, I washed it last night, let it dry, which is what I normally do. I normally don't like go crazy and, style it a whole lot. But when I am getting ready the next day, I have that type of hair that's just very like, it's very clean, but it's very like, it's almost like too clean. It needs some grittiness. I wanted to get a dry shampoo that I felt was nourishing enough to where like I could use it kind of like in here too so that I didn't have to use two different products all the time. And that would also, take care of the oiliness at the roots without being so intense. Okay, so that I could use it like on clean hair too. So I picked this up. It's the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo, and it comes in a light tones version and a dark tones version. I got the light tones, so I wanted to show you guys what this does. When I use a dry shampoo, I just kind of put it here. And I'll be honest with you, like the spray of this one is very even and soft. I feel like it's not wet, like already. It's just very, doesn't feel heavy and gritty and wet. All of this one is not overbearing. It's just very light and pretty. So, like I said, what I love about this is that the texture is very lightweight. You can use it, like I said, all over. So I could put it through the lengths of my hair if I were, gonna style it or curl it. It is for sure a lighter feeling dry shampoo, which is really cool. So I wanted to share that with you guys since I'm kind of obsessed with dry shampoos. You guys know that I love the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks, and I wanted one that was a little lighter in color, and this one is in rose gold. I talk about eyeshadow pencil products like this a lot lately, especially in the summer. It's just so easy, and these are so creamy, and I just always have really loved how these have held up. That is a color that you could put on and be good to go. I like how it's not just like a light sheen. It has a really pretty color to it, but it's a little warm so that when you put it on, it gives you just a tiny bit of depth. So really love that. And then you can also put a little bit around too. So I love that because I never had one that was in a lighter shade like that. All of mine are darker. I really love the amethyst. That's probably my favorite one. So I purchased two eyeshadows. I just realized I feel like I got a lot of eye products. Okay, two eyeshadows. One's kind of in a palette, but I really love like single eyeshadows that are really good. And you'll see in the palette like it's a little different. I'm not like, I don't go nuts over palettes, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I just, if I'm gonna get something, I really just wanna get like one color that I really love. I saw these YSL eye colors and they're called Couture Mono, and this one is in the shade 17, and the color has a name. What is it? It's called Dedale, D-E-D-A-L-E. And I just thought it was beautiful. It's like a taupey brown, but it's kind of bronzy and warm. And I actually really love how it's got these little applicators in the lid. If I travel and even like day to day and I'm just using like a one eyeshadow look, which this is like, I think gonna be the ultimate color for that. It's got like a little brush. I thought this was really cool, and I think it's gonna combine really well with the next thing that I'm gonna show you. So this is what it looks like swatched. We'll put it on too. But it's just very like, I think it's like very buildable. You can see it's just pretty light. So it's one of those good ones that you could put all over. We'll put that on in a second, but we're gonna make it work with this. And this is the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Luminizing Palette, which I've had my eye on a very long time. And it's smaller than I thought it was, and I love that. I'm not a big fan of like big bulky palettes. I love things that I can just take with me. So what is really awesome about this is that it's got eyeshadows and cheek colors. And I think a lot of these like highlighting palettes, you know, it's just cheek colors or it's just highlighters, and I love that this is both. So there's good eyeshadows, which that's kind of the look I've been going for lately, is just like a very light, like shimmery look, and then two highlighters, which I've been enjoying highlighters lately that have a bit of a color to them. I find that even if you look at this and think, well, that looks a little bronze, that looks a little peach, it really transfers beautifully here. You don't need a color that's like silver or white right there. It's just really natural and pretty. So, and a lot of times I think you can get away with applying a little more if you wanted it to look like really, you know, bright, because it's kind of, you know, the tone of your skin. So I thought that we would kind of make these work, because this doesn't have like a brown with it, but I thought this one would be really cool with it. So what I'm going to do, and we have a few more products too, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my big, this is like my fluffy 25 Chanel brush, and this YSL color, and I'm gonna put it all over my lid. See, it's just so pretty. So it's gonna give me like a pretty brown base. And the colors in the Laura Mercier palette are kind of foolproof. I mean, it's just literally like light, pretty colors. You could put those on with anything, like anytime, just sweep them all over your lid, and it's just kind of, like I said, it's foolproof. It's just easy, and that's what I really, really like. But you can see what I mean by this color. Like, it's just one of those that you could use by itself, and it's just a beautiful brown. So pretty. Like, it's not too dark, it's not too light. So, yeah, you can just, you know, blend with it, which I did, and do it all. Okay, so this really cool, and they had a lot of good colors. There was another one called Paris, but I thought it was kind of similar to this pinky shade called Spark. Can you see the colors a little better? So then next with this, I'm just gonna, you know, wipe off that brush, take the same brush, I'm using the Spark shade, and I'm gonna put it right there and kind of follow it around, and it'll kind of just give a really pretty glow. But this is the color that I like, just kind of all over the lid, and then you can kind of apply everything after that. And I'm gonna take this color called Light, put it kind of there. See, it's very subtle and beautiful. This color called Glow, which is the lightest. You can kind of see too. I'll just kind of try it out with you. You know, these aren't really dark or really like bright, crazy, hit you in the face colors. They're colors that you can just, you know, wear, and it's easy. So next, we're gonna come back to that palette, but I purchased the Trish McEvoy, was it the Eye Brightener in Shell? I don't know, I'm pretty picky about these like eye brightening pencils. And this one is a really good shade of pink, because you can put it in this inner corner, and it's bright enough to where it's brightening on me, but it's not like white. Some of them are just so bright. It blends really nice, it's really creamy. So that when you tap it in, it doesn't look like you've applied like a white there, like it's not so obvious. It just gives you like a pretty brightened effect. I should have applied that under my, see, we're just kind of doing this as we go. We'll go back and do this again. This is what I always like to do with these kind of pencils. I put them right up underneath my brow, and then you don't even have to put eyeshadow there. See how pretty that is? But then if you do want to, like I'll take Let's take this glow color. The glow and the light looked pretty up there. It just looks pretty when you put something over it, you know. They're really subtle and pretty, and I like that. So I'll take the glow and I'll put it right there too. I'll use a smaller brush. This is the little Chanel 15. Pretty. And these don't look like chunky and shimmery. They don't look overly frosted. They don't look chalky. They're just pretty. And then I'm actually gonna take this. This is for my cheeks, but I'm gonna put it right here because it's a little warm. You see how that kind of like, it's pretty. I'll put it right over where I put the Laura Mercier pencil. That's cool. You know, I wish I would have had this palette all summer. I feel like I would have gotten a lot of use out of it. So we're going to use the Radiance color on my cheeks. This one that's called Glimmer is just a little more like bronzy in tone, and then this one is more like peachy. And you see what I mean? It's just like, it's like your skin tone, but it's shimmery. It's not like looking like too much, like you can actually build it up quite a bit. It's just really cool. I'm just using a little concealer brush. I always hate when like something is too bright down the center of my nose. That's a good one. And I would honestly say this palette would be so good on darker skin tones too, because it's not just all like super bright highlighters. Like it's pretty, but you can see that they all have a sheen. All right, and then for my eyeliner, I have not used this yet. It's the Laura Mercier Instant Ink 24 brush eyeliner and ink. 24-hour brush eyeliner and ink. These with a brush is just like, they're just so easy to apply. I really like this because it's opaque. It's more opaque than the Clinique one that I've been showing. I think it's a little more matte too. You know, sometimes they seem a little watery and you have to like go over them a few times. This one is not. This one's so opaque and good. Gosh, and the ones with the brush just give you the perfect little flick, the perfect wing. So, gosh, and I love these too because they get so close to your lash line, and that was like all from one thing. I didn't dip it, but I know like when you do these, it kind of presses in and I think like pumps more product out. So sometimes I put the lid back on in between, but wow, that's really pretty. This may be like new favorite eyeliner status. Look at even, pretty even. Okay, yeah, yay, okay, love that so much. I will link to all this below, like I said. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this, which is the Trish McEvoy High Volume Mascara in Jet Black, and you guys know I love the curling version. This is the one that doesn't run and it doesn't flake. It literally like comes off in little strips, like little tube. It's called like a tubing mascara, but this is the volumizing formula, and you can see the brush is one of those tiny brushes, which I kind of love. I have really like long lashes, so bigger brushes work too. But I think sometimes these little brushes, you can just really work with them better. You can get so much volume right at the roots, which is so cool. And get the tips of them last so that you don't like get that all up on your brow bone when you do this. Always go back and do the tips last. Let it dry for a second, and then we'll do the other one, and then we'll come back and do one more little coat. Once you get used to this mascara, like I get used to the curling formula, and that one's great too. The brush is a little bigger on that one, and it's still really volumizing. I swear the formula seems the same, it's just the brush seems different. So you do get more volume with this one if that's what you like. I love the size of the brush for your lower lashes too. It's like so perfect. You just have like so much control with this brush. Then I'll go back and do a little more to this one. And then I do the tips last. This mascara is just so fun to remove. I know it's like weird to say about a mascara. Really get behind your lashes too really easily with this since it's so thin. This may be the best mascara ever. Like, I'm not kidding. It's like you literally just use warm water and just like pinch it off, and it comes off like in a big thing. It's so cool. Look how dramatic though, it's crazy. So pretty. That may be my favorite mascara ever. All right, and then one more product. I got this lipstick by YSL. I have been so into my YSL Nude Carrot lip gloss again, which pairs perfectly with this. This is one of the colors that I had years ago, and I think I may have even purchased a couple of them. It's the Nude Beige. This is the #1. Just the packaging's so nice, but the colors you can see through right here on the packaging. So if you had several of them, you can tell easily what it is, but it's just beautiful. Love the way these smell. I love YSL lip products. They're just so good. But I'm gonna use this, what is it, the Natural Mauve by Lancome. Seriously, this may be one of the best lip liners ever too. It's just so natural and so pretty, and it has a little brush on the end too, so if you need it, but don't really need that right now. But this is one of those purse colors, those perfect purse colors that you could just keep with you all the time and touch up, and it's just perfect. These are so good. They're so like effortless and creamy. I love how they are kind of like watermelon-y, like this, the smell of them or the taste. And it's not like a thick, gross lipstick. These are very thin, but very pigmented, so you don't need to like glob them on. They don't feel gross on your lips. They just feel very thin, but they make your lips feel really comfortable. Okay, next, I'm actually going to pause and paint my nails with this because I need to paint my nails. It's the Dior Steel Gray. My nails have gotten so long and insanely crazy, but usually I can never get my nails to grow past a certain point because they just start breaking and then they look gross, but they have just been really good. But I hate it when long natural nails are unpainted. Like, I have unpainted nails all day long, like if they're just short and regular, but if they're long, they just kind of gross me out. I feel like they need something. So I'm gonna use that in just a second actually, but let me show you a few more things. So in the anniversary sale video, I picked up that set of Jo Malone fragrances, and in this month's favorites, I don't want to get too deep into the Jo Malone stuff. I am going to talk about, you know, I'm gonna kind of go over everything that's like my favorite, but in that one, I'm sure I'll be talking about these again, and like my other one, but in that set, there were 5. I've tried all of them, and I've got to say, I have fallen in love with one in particular, and that's the Wood Sage and Sea Salt. So good. These are like the perfect little sizes, but oh my gosh, this one is like light, which a lot of the Jo Malone scents are not. They are very fragranced. I don't want to say heavy because that kind of sounds bad to me, but they're just very, they smell a lot, which is good, I think. They're not like bad heavy, but you can actually, if you pay for a Jo Malone scent, you're gonna smell it, you know? This is a scent like I like because it's very like peppery, but it's fresh, it's different, it's clean. You have got to try the Wood Sage and Sea Salt. It is so good and refreshing. Like, I just sprayed that on and I feel cleaner. Like, I just feel good. I also picked up this. I hate creamy like lotions. I'm just not a big like lotion-y person when I get out, but I love body oils. I love really light lotions, things that are very simple. And this is the other Moroccan oil thing that I picked up that I told you guys about. This is the Moroccan Oil Dry Body Oil. And so I didn't put on anything today either. I was gonna kind of, it feels like a dry oil. It's really pretty. It has that kind of really fresh Moroccan oil scent. It's not like sickening or anything. And then you spray it on lightly, and then you just lightly rub it in. You don't really have to do much at all. It's beautiful on your legs. I had this on my legs the other day. It doesn't feel greasy. Like, my hands already feel like they look like there's something on them. But they're just clean. So it has that yummy scent. It's my type of moisturizer because I feel like it's so like effortless and like not gross. You know, you don't feel heavy and nasty. So I'm gonna paint my nails with the Dior Steel Gray, and I'll show you how they turn out. Okay, my nails are looking a little straight up claw-like. I think after this I'm gonna have to trim them. They're getting a little out of control, but really pretty. I love it. Very different. Like I said, it's not like your typical like mirrored, or not mirrored, but like chrome type silver that you see. It's like a true, it looks like stainless steel, like it's a true like gray, what's this called? Steel gray. So really love that. So if you guys are interested in any of these things, all of these are available at Nordstrom. Nordstrom is my favorite place ever to shop, especially for beauty things. It's just my favorite place to shop. I trust them more than any other store. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I'll let you guys go. If you're interested in anything, I will link to everything. And thank you guys for watching as always. Love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.